Welcome back, and it's another episode of Creator YouTube. What's it called? YouTube Creator News. Let's bring it up so I remember. Here we go. YouTube Creator News. Every week we come together right at this early hour of the Saturday morning to talk about the week that was in YouTube news, feature releases, and talk generally about YouTube. Of course, it is also a Q&A show, so if at any time you have a question, pop it in the chat, put a Q in front, which means that it's a question for me, which is different from the conversation that is going on in the chat, which is fully encouraged at every moment of the show. So make sure that that the conversation between each other is just as good as the conversation with me. And it usually is. Usually there's several conversations going on in the chat at the same time. But let's dive in and see who's already joining us as we roll live. Before I went live, which I can't bring up, I did see the one and only Eileen Smith is in the house. Also Kevin Hawthorne. They're the names I can't bring up because I had to reset my Social Stream Ninja little clicky thing. What's it called? Where you select the names. Okay. And music today is by Creator Mix, as always. Make sure you check them out at creatormix.com for your very own streaming background music and or background music for your videos, absolutely free. So make sure that you go to creatormix.com to check that out, and you can get laid back tracks like that, or you can get some really banging tracks like the one we had at the start of the show. Thought I'd mention that today. Don't always talk about Creator Mix that much in the show. So yeah, let's dive in. As we just before we went live, we're joined by Dwayne Guthrie is here. Welcome to the stream. A new name in the chat. We also have the managing moderator extraordinaire, Chantel Hills, is here. Home Rapid Repair, Larry is in the house. Frankie's here, of course. Living in Omaha, David Matney is here. Good to see you, David. And as always, Livestream Consultants is here as well. So that's it. If you're coming in, make sure you say hi on the way in so I can say hello. Just like we can say hello to Monique, who's here as well. Welcome from sunny Poland. It's good to hear that it's sunny once more. I think it was sunny last few weeks. Consistent sunny sort of summer. It's summer in Europe. little bit warmer than it is down under, but you know, we enjoy it. We enjoy our winters. Our winters are mild in this part of the world. So let's see. Yeah, I think I've got everyone so far coming in. As people come in, we'll say good day as we do. Got quite a few small and large news stories, and the main topic today, which I'm leaving till the end, as tradition dictates, so that it is something that we can maybe spend a little bit of time discussing after we get through some of the other ones. So we're going to dive in about 30 seconds to the first news story. I don't know if there's anything in particular I need to say up front, because most things will be covered by the news topics. But if you have any questions along the way as we discuss a particular news topic, you can just jump in the chat. Drop in a statement, drop in a question, whatever you like to do. And if you might have noticed, what I've doing as well is probably from last week's show onwards, and I did a test a few weeks ago, is I'm picking like one of the news stories to grab and repurpose as a clip on the channel, which I released the clip from last week's show yesterday. Wanted to give my Monday video a bit of a run. Which is doing all right as well with the whole handles thing. And we'll talk about handles. That is one of the topics we're talking about. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that. That came to a head sort of after our show last week when we were on Nick and Dee show, and we were seeing that very thing, the handle showing up in live chats happening over on Nick's channel, whereas mine didn't have it. Mine still doesn't have it, and it seems that some of the channels that I've seen have it during the week have reverted back to the regular format that you're seeing right now, which I don't know what that means, but we'll talk about that further. It sounds like I want to talk about it now, but we'll talk about it in a minute. All right. Let's see if there's anything in the chat before we hit the news. Chantel's commenting about my weather. I think the temp has just had a drop. I've got to go find a lap rug. Yeah, we're into the evening. My watch says we're still at 17 degrees, which is quite warm. But what we've been having. So, but yeah, I think it's going to be still a little brisk outside. Especially if we get any wind picking up. We had that wind earlier in the week. And that was bringing the chill factor. Oh, where Chantel is. Now, Chantel's probably what? 30, 35 kilometers away. And you get, yeah, about a 5-degree difference. I am closer to the coast. I don't know if that makes a difference. So, interesting. All right, let's jump to the news. I should have I really need a little news jingle. I was going to say tingle. It's not a tingle, I want a jingle. But you know what? I do have one. Let's go with this one, if I can find it. Maybe it's this one?
Stay tuned for Creator News.
That'll work. Let's jump into the creative news. And as always, we like to start by removing the buy me a coffee QR code. We like to start with what Creator Insider was talking about on their Newsflash show this week. Give a bit of a summary, and then we'll some of these we'll talk about individually, some we won't. Some we may have talked about before. So let's dive in. This week they had 4 topics, and they're all various launches of tools and features. The first one was audience segments, which is an analytics feature, of course. We also talked about the most relevant comment filter being rolled out. Some people have had this for a while. They're just rolling it out to more people. I just keep seeing the filter styles and filters in comments on videos and on regular videos flip-flop between different layouts. So they must be testing quite a few, I think. But the one for most relevant is where it just sort of focused down to what YouTube feels is the most relevant comments for you to see. But you can obviously change that filter to look at everything, look at how you like to look at it. I like to be looking for comments I haven't replied to, new comments that have come in that I need to reply to. That's usually my MO as a creator, is to be looking out for new unread comments so I can like respond or moderate them or whatever I need to do. The other launch, interestingly, they're saying that they're launching Leaderboard, which they've been experimenting with. Not that started experimenting with probably only about a month or so ago, maybe 6 weeks ago. And they're saying they're releasing it. So interestingly, I don't believe we've got it on this stream. So I haven't had it the whole time. I still don't have it. And finally, they talked about AI-powered search carousel. So we might get into that a little bit more as well. That is just another way to find content on the platform, in addition to all the other ways that YouTube surfaces content. None of the other stuff's gone away. This is just another way of searching content, apart from traditional search, apart from browse and suggested, and your subscription feed, shorts carousels and all that. So let's jump in. There is a little bit of a summary on our first screen here, which sort of covers these again. So what they're doing, let's talk about content filters first. It now breaks down viewers into new, casual, and regular. Before, remember, we had new and returning. So they're breaking returning up into casual and regular. So casual is people who have come back who aren't watching every video, they're watching occasionally. And regular are people who come back to watch regular content. And new, of course, is self-explanatory. New is new people. You want to see a mix of everything, of course. Creators get clearer insights into audience loyalty and growing trends. I think that's a carry on from the segments, the viewer segmentation. Most relevant comment filtering expands to all users. As I mentioned before, some people have had that for a while. Live stream leaderboards and AI search tools are also rolling out. So they didn't cover it in great detail as well. Some of this stuff we will touch on a little bit more. And the first one we're going to touch on is leaderboards. YouTube and themselves announced that they're introducing new leaderboards for live streams. Viewers engage in streams to climb the ranks and get recognized with badge and chat. You know that I did a video on that back when it first started getting tested. None of the pertinent information has really changed for leaderboard, except for now they're saying that it's a launch. But I don't have it yet. So YouTube probably progressively rolling that out as typical with most features that they have. It says creators see your top fans in one place to help connect with your top viewers and build community. Which, you know, if I'm engaging in the chat regularly, I should have an idea in my head of who the regular people are. You know what I mean? So they're rolling out, so you may or may not see it on all streams just yet, but eventually that'll be on all streams. The only thing that I want YouTube to do to change for now, obviously they can tweak it in many different ways, but there's no real real way for creators or streamers to opt out of having it on their stream. If I'm doing a professional stream, I probably don't want a gimmicky gaming type sort of leaderboard in my chat necessarily. Like for this show, it probably doesn't matter so much. But if I'm, say, I'm I'm Opus Clip, or I'm what's an example? What if I'm like the official channel for NASA, for example? I probably don't want a leaderboard on my live streams. So I'm hoping that YouTube include a way of opting out of at least having that, so that you can sort of differentiate between the entertainment and the gaming and the more casual live streams versus professional live streams on the platform. So that would be my thought there. Let's see. Next one. Okay, we're going to talk about relevant comments this time. This one comes from vidIQ. It's their own report on this announcement. It says YouTube is launching a relevant comments filter for creators at both the channel-wide and individual content levels. This update makes it much easier for creators to engage with content long-term, even years after posting the original video. I'm not sure what I mean by that last part. Let me. There is some information that you can get here. There's a bit of a post or a new information page about understanding returning a new viewer data. I'm just having a look, so they haven't updated it yet for this new update, unfortunately. I'm just looking at it now. It's just new and returning, which is what we already had. This one is actually, no, we're talking about comments, comment filter. I'm looking at the wrong article. Did I have an article for that one? No, I didn't. It's all right. I'm getting my feature releases mixed up there. So yeah, relevant comments. Yeah, that's for dealing with comments on videos. Absolutely. And here am I talking about new and returning viewers. All right, we'll continue. Okay, handles in chat. I did my video on Monday. Blew up. It's doing pretty good. What I'm seeing now is YouTube's come out and said that yes, we're launching handles in live chat because unlike channel names, handles are unique, which they could have done back when they first brought handles out. They did it for shorts. They did it for comments at some point along the way. They help you stand out so people can find and interact with you. We've run into some teething difficulties because some viewers never updated their handle when handles rolled out, and so they have just a really generic handle that doesn't match their channel name in any way. So I'm encouraging those people to at least go and update their handle so that they're recognizable in live chats, because this is coming. Even though it seems like it's been rolled back, I still think this is coming because they've posted about it officially. I think they're just doing some testing and doing some work in the back end to finalize everything. And so what we were seeing last weekend and into the early this week was some testing going on some channels. And I think we'll end up seeing that coming back pretty soon. And of course, if you watch my video, my postulation and the information we have from Renee Ritchie, the YouTube creator liaison, is that in addition to that, it's related to that, is that you're going to be able to soon be able to tag other people in the live chat like you can on desktop, but on mobile, which we've been asking for like 7 or 8 years. We've been asking YouTube for this for a very long time. And we've got confirmation from Renee himself that that is coming. So I think that's pretty cool. All right, I need to jump into chat. Everything is scrolling through. Let's have a look. Oh, they're talking about, okay. Okay, so, oh, you got affected by that storm that went through. I know it was hitting hard in Texas, yeah. A live stream consultant who's in New Mexico. 20, yeah. That was on the news tonight. I was surprised how widespread it was. I did see a couple of bits on Facebook earlier today. And, wow. Oh, audio dropped out. Hopefully that's still good. No one's screaming at me in the chat, so hopefully that's resolved. Okay, it's working fine for Eileen. That's good to see. A portable tech in the house. Good to see you. It was on Larry's end. It was on Larry's end. All right. You didn't update handles, but so glad there will be less Mr. Beast chatting around the place. Mr. Beast and Mr. Beasts and Mr. Beastie and all their friends. Intel's excited about chat tagging on mobile. I think this is going to be a pretty good feature. I'll be modding sort of my casual streams from phone or iPad a little bit more. Question, which is always good to get. How do you think using handle names will affect people's channel name as some people are totally different? I'm hoping. I think there's a couple of issues that YouTube are trying to achieve apart from the sort of the whole unique play, the unique handle, unique identifier. I think one of the other things when it comes to live chats is some channel names are really, really long. Have you hand up if you've seen like a channel name, like even I know Living in Omaha, David Matney. That's reasonable compared to some of the ones that's not super long. Like that's probably the longest one that's in the chat right now. But there's some ones that's like this living life large hyphen the Doug Hewson YT show for creators, and it's like really long and it like takes up a lot of space, and particularly on a mobile phone in the live chat, it just chocks up space. And just fills up the space, and then you've got to get their message in after that, and they're already restricting like comments to however many characters it is, which I don't even remember what the character count is for standard live chats. They're usually pretty long. So I think the best encouragement is to try and get it to be a variation or similar to, or an abbreviated version of your channel name, so that if you're say your live stream consultants, you could be just at live stream consultants or at Home Rapid Repair. That would make sense. That if your channel name is Home Rapid Repair, then you were like at Larry, that would sort of who's Larry? But like at Home Rapid. Yes, and make it so that people can make that connection quickly. And I think that's the hardest people, it's probably hardest for people who aren't creators, because most creators sort of along the way found out that it's good to like personalize that handle, but viewers haven't really had to. If they're not making content, it doesn't matter so much, because they're not like showing up in shorts or showing up in different places. They might be showing up in people's comments as they're commenting, but that's being in comments after the fact or not in real time is sort of a different it's a different ball game. But I think they need to sort of go with get people to that brevity where the handle is like there's a maximum amount of characters for handles. If you go look at the settings, I can't recall what the exact count for that is either, but you can't like make a hugely long handle. It's not long enough. I think it's in the teens. I think it's might be like 15 or 20 or something like that, somewhere in that realm, I think. But I think, if people are encouraged to try and get them to closely match or be similar, I think that's a win. So where some people just have like George 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's very non-specific. If it's like more specific, go and test and find an available handle that will make sense to other people that you're interacting with. And it's definitely the viewers. Oh, it's up to 30 characters, says Chantel. Okay. I don't know why I thought it was like 15 to 20. Did Renee said it was coming, or are they working on it? Yeah, well, he said they're working on it. That's what he said, yeah. It's worked on, which means it's coming. If they're working on it, it's eventually coming. Sooner than when we didn't know anything and they had done anything for years and it might never come. At least if they're working on it, it means that sooner or later, it'll be here. I remember playing tag in the schoolyard as a kid. This is going to be fun. That's right, we're going to tag people. Especially considering all the managing moderator tools are mobile only and that you can't tag in chat. I co-sign that thought. Make it make sense is what they say. It's all tied in. I think they need to make the handles happen first to make the tagging easier, because everything else on mobile apart from live chat is handle based, and so I think there are multiple. 15. That's interesting. I guess in the end, it's when you go into the field, how many does it let you put in, or what does it say in the instructions there? And then obviously the support page here might say the 3 to 30. I know the three was definitely the minimum. So that is an interesting thing. How long have it been yellow sunglasses? I feel like you've probably crossed over. There's a number underneath, and it's so small that I can't read it. I think it's 24 months. You've crossed the 24 months mark. From that point on, what it is they just update the glasses, all the channel member emojis every 12 months. So it goes 24, 36, 48, and then obviously when I get up to whatever limit that I've already put colored glasses in for, I'm going to add more, because eventually people will get there. So yeah, you've hit 24 months. That's what that means. You can just make out the 24, sort of blending in with some of my other stuff. It's quite small because it's like just a little number just to tag it. There we go. 24 months officially, as thanks you to Social Stream Ninja, because it clearly notates that when you do a membership milestone message. And you know what? I've got a thing for that, don't I?
Thank you for your membership milestone message.
Membership milestone message. And good morning, good evening, good day. It's a unique 31 verse 33, is it? Jeremiah 31 verse 33? I'm guessing. It looks sort of like a scripture reference. Love it. very hard to say when it's all running in together like that. but welcome. I already brought that one up. All right, let's dive back into the next topic. I'm just re-mentioning this one from last week because two things happened. A, as you can see at the top there, Nick Nemeth reposted Team YouTube scene about the refresh to advanced mode. And the other thing is that this week on the YouTube creators channel, they did a fresh tutorial walkthrough on how to use the new format advanced mode. So make sure you go check that video out. Just call me unique. Absolutely. I'm good at shortening names. Okay. Let me just have a look. I think, yeah, even the advanced mode on the YouTube help page are still, no, they do have screenshots with the new method. But yeah, go check out the YouTube creators. The video that they're linking on the help page is still the old one, but the new one is now up on their channel. So they go check that out as well. But just remember that they've made it easier. The interface is easier to sort of get around. You're able to save more things and lock things down to like some default reports that you like to look at all the time without having to go in and set it up each time you want to look at it. So that's just more of a reminder because I think that was in one of last week's, news stories as well. Here's just sort of a bit of a tidbit about shorts. YouTube shorts absolutely dwarf TikTok with 200 times the daily views. Which is interesting because I don't know if this is before or after YouTube changed the way it counts shorts views, but I'm really not sure. If it's after, that's very impressive. If it's before, that's still that's even more impressive. YouTube Shorts has hit 200 billion daily views, a 186% surge year on year, that buries TikTok's latest reported figures. TV is now YouTube's biggest screen, racking up 1 billion hours of watched daily and 12.5% of all US TV viewership. Over half the world's top YouTube channels get more views on TV than on phones. And they also mentioned that coming soon, Veo 3, a powerful AI video tool that upgrades shorts with animation, audio, and polish. So Veo 3 is rolling out to the Shorts tool. So that's something we've talked about previously. Another quick story. A YouTube mobile video editor is coming to iOS. And when we say coming to iOS, it's probably a bit like tagging coming to mobile live streams. YouTube Create is coming to iOS, chasing CapCut and InShot in a market that is barely dented. It pulled in just 4 million total downloads. Well, that's on Android only, just a reminder, because it's not on iOS yet. Retention is poor. Google is the point is that Google is banking on Apple users or iPhone users because a lot of people, iPhone has a very big chunk of the mobile market, and for mobile creators, a lot more have iPhones than they have Android devices. So they're hoping that getting that created app out there helps them and helps creators who are on iOS to actually be able to edit on their phones a little bit more streamlined. Obviously, there's other options like CapCut. We know the controversy of CapCut right now. There are other apps like InShot and VN, different things. So make sure to keep an eye out. So I reckon ETA on this, because the story that's related to this actually states that they're putting out the call for developers in certain markets where marketplaces where they hire developers. So looking for specific iOS developers for this project in particular. So it's going to be a little bit more down the road, but they're actually now working on the Create iOS version. I have the Create app on my Android phone. And it's not available everywhere, but it's available in quite a few countries now. And I've used it a few times, and I think I did a video on it when I first got it on my mobile channel. because that's where I do my mobile content. All right, let's have a look in the chat again, seeing what's going on here. Chantel says T and Lamington acquired. That's a good combination. That's a good combination, I have to say. I Smith says, I sent feedback this morning because I can't find the YouTube affiliate shopping product click report I used. Oh, yeah. That's interesting. Yeah, if there's something missing as well, they're probably like hidden it somewhere. It's like, it's in there somewhere, but they've hidden it. That sounds like YouTube. Amazing Yacht Destinations is here. I missed the good evening, everyone. There it is. There it is. Welcome. Just for information, for those who don't know what a Lamington is, I'll just leave that up. We're going to get it. Now we're going to get to what some might consider a controversial comment. AI is ruining my YouTube experience. Everything is AI, and AI has destroyed my SEO from my website to YouTube and Pinterest as well. Interesting. Yeah, it is. I have heard a little tidbits. I've been listening to some podcasts about SEO and websites in particular in terms of AI. So yeah, I think it's like there's a shift happening, and I think we have to sort of figure out how to navigate the shift. So yeah, and there's quite a few AI features on YouTube. Some are probably going to be questionable. Some of them are going to be probably good tools. Some of them are tools. Some of them are helpful tools. But some of them, I think there's one coming up. I don't know if it's. I'm just having a look at my little tags here. What I've tagged in here. There's a story. Let me have a look. Maybe it's the next one. Actually, the very next story we're talking about AI. So here we go. Let's jump in and have a look at that, because that's sort of a good segue to the new story. This is a 2-page post from Neal Mohan, who is the CEO of YouTube. At the start of the year, one of my bets for YouTube was that AI will make the viewing experience better for everyone. So let's talk about using AI to help viewers. This could be where creators might have some issues. Last week, we shared 2 AI updates for viewers. Now, these are all just like premium products at the moment that haven't rolled out to just the general viewer. So premium members in the US can try out an AI-generated search results carousel to help them find relevant videos and topics more quickly. That's just like an additional way to search. It's not taking over any of the other ways of discovery and search. It's just a new way of AI-generated search results. Now, they're saying it's in a carousel, which means it's like a shelf that has a bunch of videos in it. And I haven't seen that in the wild, what that looks like. Now, did I have an article on that? I did. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. This is what it says. I'm going to jump to screen share. I haven't tested my screen share today. Is it going to work? Yes, it's going to work. This is the blog post that Neal Mohan's referring to. So it says, we're introducing a new AI-powered search results carousel to suggest videos and topic descriptions by creators across YouTube. Imagine searching for best beaches in Hawaii. You could see an AI-generated carousel. But what that basically means is you're doing a search and AI goes looking for the most relevant matches for what you're looking for. You can see clips showcasing the best snorkel spots and volcanic beaches, complete with descriptions and more videos to plan your ideal day. I think there's a video here. Is this going to show?
As a YouTube Premium member, you get early access to AI features on YouTube. YouTube has made it simpler to find what you're looking for. When you search
can
for queries
probably
related
hear
to
that.
shopping, places, or things to do in a specific location, you may get an AI-powered carousel of results to help you easily discover relevant videos and information. To access this AI-powered video and information carousel, open the YouTube app on your mobile device. Next, type a query into the search bar like best beaches in Hawaii or noise canceling headphones. Note that not every search query would generate a carousel. Then, the carousel will highlight main topics and provide relevant video clips with useful insights. This carousel makes it easier to quickly find what you're looking for and helps you discover more videos related to your search with helpful suggestions. Each video clip provides an AI-created headline and description to show how it matches your search. The video clip will play in the order that they appear in the carousel from left to right. To skip to a different clip, tap the thumbnail under the video player. To watch the video in its entirety, tap on the video on the player. You'll then...
I'll stop it there. So you can see this is sort of a bit like what you might see on, like, if you did like a Google search for something and it would suggest some information, and then maybe as part of the information there might be some videos recommended that are likely to be on YouTube. In this case, it's focusing more on not providing the information but providing a summary and some videos to watch to get more information, which if you can optimize for that, that's a good thing for creators. If you can know that you're going to be or try and be recommended for particular searches. If you make your content relevant to that search, then it's probably going to get picked up. If it's been proven, like every other piece of content on YouTube, it's proven to be enjoyable for whatever reason, or informational, or answers a question, because it's been on the platform and proven over time that people are looking for that type of content. So right now, premium users in the US can actually see that in action. If you're everywhere else or not on premium, you won't. Now there's a second one that Neal Mohan is talking about. Let me see if I can jump back to where we were. Okay, the second one is, next one is a conversational AI tool. Now, I don't know if YouTube needs this, but this probably is the more controversial of the two. Now, this has been a premium feature they've been testing as well, but now they're going to roll it out to some non-premium members in the US. You can use it to learn more about a video that you're watching or to get recommendations for related content, which is the danger, that recommendations for related content. Obviously, you've already got the suggested down the sidebar of a video anyway. But what that suggests is maybe that's like, well, yeah, I'm not really digging the video I'm watching. What else can I see? And then AI is suggesting more stuff, which is sort of what YouTube does, but not with AI. But you can see in this sort of animation here on the screen, hang on, be good if I go to it. As I scroll down to the article, this is the information here. It looks more like a traditional sort of AI, conversational AI, like ChatGPT sort of interface. So you can interface with them and then ask it about something about the video, or ask it questions. Let's see what it says here. In coming days, our conversational AI tool will be expanding to some non-premium users in the US. Premium members already love it for getting more info, recommendation, and even quizzing themselves on key concepts in academic videos. So it's more like a companion than anything else. Try it out to discover new videos or master unknown topics. Now, if your video isn't capturing their attention and they go looking for more content using this tool, then that's probably because you're not holding their attention. But they could use it to like ask questions about the video, which could be a good thing because they're spending more time on your video if that's the case. And yeah, so that'd be a more interesting one. I don't know. I guess it definitely is marketed to the viewer, and is a bit something that could be beneficial to the viewer. How that helps and hinders creators, I think, if your content is quality, then it's gonna work in AI context. I would point to like if you're ranking and you're being found like in the top search results on Google. So say you type in a topic and you're in that sort of video sort of list, and you're like the top 1 or 2 or 3 in that list on Google search. I think that's a good thing for creators. So if you can also be a suggested video by AI, out of all the videos on that topic, your video is one of the ones that are suggested, then that's a beneficial thing because that sends more views your way as well. And we've seen that already happening in places like ChatGPT, suggesting videos on a topic, if requested, and sometimes they offer it up as a source and different things. So I've seen that happen as well. So it's interesting to see how this is going to shake out for creators. I think, again, videos that actually, particularly in the information space, videos that provide quality answers and satisfactorily answer a question that a viewer might have, then that is going to become or get ranked in the group of videos are the go-to videos that these AI tools would point people towards. And that list would change over time as different videos come on and off the platform. Just like how YouTube works now without the AI part, it's already recommending videos that is proven to be enjoyable or satisfactory to viewers who have already watched it. So yeah, interesting to say the least. Let me jump back into the just back where we left off when we were right at the start. We were talking about AI. Views are down 10K per month in past 3 months, and it's down from Pinterest and my website. There's some changes going on there. I'm not sure in terms of Pinterest so much, but yeah, from websites, and that sends 1/3 of your traffic to your main channel. Yes, there's some stuff going on there with websites and recommend, and SEO and recommendation. I think there's a big change happening in that area. I'm not an expert on any of that sort of website thing. So Larry says, I'm going to ask AI if it knows the common term AI slop. That term's come up a lot in the last few weeks. And some more discussion there I can see. The US Premium, I don't know. I'm not a US Premium member, so I don't know. I can't tell you if I love it or not. Be interesting. Yeah, I think one thing is guaranteed. Let me just jump back here. One thing is guaranteed, and that is that nothing stays the same. Things are in constant change, constant flux. YouTube is not the same year to year. Things have changed, things have evolved, things have morphed. Different creators have come on, different creators have left. So nothing is ever static and stationary in life and online. It is so the case at the moment with terms of what AI is doing and different things. So yeah, we just got to ride the train and try and navigate it the best we can. I tell you. Okay. I've lost all semblance of, there it is. Okay. All good. All right. Now, this is where we're up to. We're on this one. Now, it's time to hit the featured topic of today's stream, the main news story. I need a drink before I start. All right. We're going to talk about misunderstanding and misreporting, and it all stems from a little change that YouTube's made, which we'll go into in a minute. We'll have a look at. But the news site Dexerto published a article which doesn't have a lot in it. Their articles aren't like really deep, but anyway, the basic gist of what they said is here in their post on Twitter or X. YouTube is cracking down on unoriginal content with a major monetization change. That brings alarm bells to certain creators already, but this is not necessarily the case. But let's keep going. Starting July 15, channels that do not meaningfully transform clips risk losing monetization. That includes reaction channels, compilation pages, and more. What's happened is that it sparked a lot of panic on some Reddits and different places where creators maybe do reaction channels or a lot of AI content or stuff where, you know, third-party content, reuse content, repetitive content, all those sort of tools there. And a lot of people are panicking that YouTube is making a major change because Dexerto said it's a major monetization change. It's not. It is not a major change. YouTube has had to directly call up Dexerto and clarify in a follow-up tweet. And they said, this is from Team YouTube, they said, not exactly. This is in direct response to that last one we looked at to clarify. This is a minor update, but not major change, minor update to our long-standing YPP policies to help us better identify when content is mass-produced or repetitive. So you know, we've had some like clarifications in the past on reuse content and different little tweaks and changes there. This is in another AdSense / YPP policy around mass-produced and repetitive content. This type of content has already been ineligible for monetization for years. I've had trouble with that word in the recent weeks, and is content viewers often consider spam. Now, Renee Ritchie, the YouTube creator liaison, also piped in, responding to somebody else on Twitter, saying it is a minor update to better identify when content is mass-produced or repetitive. So he's just like, because other people are coming in, sort of jumping on Team YouTube, YouTube liaison, different people to say, oh my goodness, what's this major change? Are certain reaction channels no more? Different, you know, segments of channels not gonna be able to post anymore? You know, are they gone? Are they going to get terminated? It's like, now this is a YouTube partner program monetization policy. This is just clarifying a few things around how certain types of content is eligible or not eligible for monetization. And this is what YouTube's help page actually says about the upcoming change. So let's have a look at that in a little bit more detail. It's going to be right below me here. And I'm going to move that off the text there. There we go. You know what? I'm just going to move everything off the page. Okay, this is a change to the YouTube Partner Program monetization policy as of July 2025. In order to monetize as part of the YouTube Partner Program, YouTube has always required creators to upload original and authentic content. On July 15, 2025, YouTube is updating our guidelines to better identify mass-produced and repetitious content. This update better reflects what inauthentic content looks like today. So what they're going to do is twofold built into this. The first thing they're doing is that you'll see an update on the page, on the YouTube Partner Program policies page, on the section that's about repetitive content and reuse content. They're going to be better giving explanation as to what type of what inauthentic content is, give more up-to-date and contemporary examples about how they're going to identify and what they consider mass-produced and repetitious content. So it's definitely there's two main policies on the AdSense side that the YPP also picks up, and one of them, the first one is reuse content. You hear a lot about that. This other one's called, what the section is previously been called, is repetitive content, and this is what they're doing, what they're talking about. So they're going to put out some clarifying information on the help page to better explain what this mass-produced and repetitious content, probably provide further examples. I suspect they'll put out a video on the YouTube Insider, Creator Insider, or YouTube Creators channel to explain this change around that time. And also in the background, you'll probably find that they're going to be able to better search and identify for those types of channels that are making that type of content. Remember that when you're breaching a monetization policy, it's usually not a single video that we're talking about. We're talking about what a channel does on masse, or majority of that channel, or the main type of content that's on that channel. It's not something they're going to be looking for video to video. But if your channel is full of those videos, then it's liable that your entire channel will get demonetized. Some videos may be demonetized, so they won't earn revenue if they're made like that. But if you continue to make that type of content, then your whole channel will be demonetized. And so they basically want to clarify it for creators as to what they're going to be looking for. And then they're going to be enforcing that. These are policies that have already been in place, but they're just trying to update the information so that people understand what it is that they're talking about, and also that their staff, their human reviewers, have the set guidelines to know what they're looking for, and have that so that it hopefully matches up. So not a major change, but actually a change that hopefully will make it a little bit easier for creators to understand what's more likely to be demonetized and what's okay. I think that is what we're going to find out in the next couple of weeks, once we pass July 15th. So let's jump into the chat and see what people have to say. There's a lot of movement here. First of all, I'd like to say good evening, good Saturday evening to Beanie Draws. Welcome to the stream. And then let's have a look. Asmongold. I don't know. Like you can react to things. It's fine. Like if there's anything like Moist Critical, that sort of thing, then yeah, because they're similar style. I think they're okay because they're reacting to stuff, but they're actually putting a lot of their own thoughts and things. They're not just like playing something and they're not being XQC and just playing something and going have a sleep or walk out of the room and just play like The Dark Knight or whatever, and play out in a movie or something. That is like, no. It's all happening. Ooh, there's a thank you. There's a thank you popping on screen. That thank you popping on screen usually means, with that tune, hang on, I gotta go looking for it. Oh, here we go.
Thank you for gifting the memberships.
Larry Home Wrapper Repair has dropped 10 gifted memberships on the channel, and those gifted memberships have gone out to certain people whom I'm going to mention now. Legal Minded Friends of Karen Cole, Davidson All Natural Gym, Chantel Hills. That's your other Chantel Hills channel, I think. I think that's both of them, because I know you're already a member. Chinny, Snooks, Pete Johns, Jerry Papandrea, Rap Angel Reacts, Serenity, and Lena. So welcome to all channel members that have received a gifted membership. It means you'll be a member for the next month. You'll have access to the members early videos, any members only videos, any members stream that might happen in that period. Guilty of that one. Obviously use of the members emojis in the chat. A bunch of other things. You can click on the See Perks button to find out more if you're on desktop, or click on the memberships tab on my channel to get more information. Now I'm going to scroll back up to where I was in the chat so I can keep going. We're going to hit this. Fred Classroom's in house. Welcome, welcome. Learn Spanish World is here as well. Hello, hello. Shark Scrappers in the house. There we go. I'm looking to see if there's any questions or comments. I'm scrolling. Will this impact the whole channel, not just specific videos? That's correct, yes. EB. Sorry, but it's a bad title. People everywhere are always spreading misinformation. As this generic, obscure nonsense to state this. Anyhow, do enjoy your weekend. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Well, people who are on social media were basically panicking because they were misinformed or misunderstood, and then therefore spreading that misinformation. So I consider that misinformation. And, you know, yeah, I could have named the video something. I could have titled it differently. But hey. Celebrity Scandalust is here. Welcome to the stream. Says, hello, can you clarify if portrait versus vertical live streams are paid the same AdSense? No. Vertical live streams don't get mid-roll ads. So therefore you're not going to get any mid-roll ads. If you're found in the vertical feed, if you're found on like your watch page, then you'll get like an incoming pro-roll video. There will be some mid-rolls in that case, but basically if it's in the vertical feed, you're not going to get pre-rolls or mid-rolls. Right now, the only way you make money on verticals in the vertical feed is from fan funding. So we're talking about super chats, the gifts, jewels, the channel memberships, all that sort of stuff. That's the only way you can monetize. You're not going to get any AdSense for any of the views that is playing in the vertical feed right now. They don't have ad system sorted for that yet. Like even in shorts, for regular shorts, vertical shorts, it's ads that appear between videos and sharing that ad revenue across all the videos on either side of that, and with the music partners and with YouTube, and then you get your piece as a percentage of views in your country. It's very complicated. But for vertical live streams, no AdSense. If you're in the vertical feed. Of course, people can still watch the vertical live stream on the watch page on your channel, just like a regular video. So your subscribers might do that. But if they happen to be doing it on their phone, it's going to automatically, because of vertical live stream, it's going to automatically sort of jump into the format of a vertical live stream carousel where people can swipe up. So they could swipe up off your stream at any time, just like as if they found it through the shorts feed. Or anywhere else in the vertical feed. So the short answer is, yeah, no, that's not the same, because there's no ads. There's no ads. There's another thank you popping up. That means there's something else incoming. And there's one gifted membership dropped by Chantel. Drop that.
Thank you for gifting the memberships.
And that went to What You Say 304 Is You Well. Interesting channel name. Welcome to the gift. Welcome to the memberships. If you happen to be watching the replay, I just mentioned a couple of minutes ago how to find out what all the perks are. Make sure you do that. All right, where am I up to in the chat? I'm trying to get caught up. Maybe the gifted membership means that you had to pay for a month. Yeah, usually if you're like a paid member, then you're ineligible to receive a gifted while you're still got an active one. Like if you discontinue it, then you become eligible for a gifted. Stanley Orchard in the house. Good to see you, sir. Davidson's All Natural Gym is now here after receiving that gifted membership. from Larry a short time ago. Trying to pay the free membership forward and I can't see the. There it is. Well, you found it. You found it eventually. Okay, we've got a queue for a question. What about content which is not exactly the same, but it has also changed English to Spanish version? So essentially, it's the same but different. Yeah, no, I think you're fine. That's a different monetization thing. When they talk about repetitive, it means like every or most videos are like a format that is repetitive. And when they're talking about repetitive, it's basically the same thing, but with like minor tweaks. Think of children's content is a good example where there might be a video about all the colors, and the format of that video, it is cut the same way. You just change the color. The color's the only difference. And of course, because of that obviously some of the audio is different, but it's the same video basically. But your content is all that all the time. Or you could be doing animals, but it's the same format exactly all the time. Like today's animal is an elephant, but in the next video is today's animal is a giraffe. But then the way they format, the way it's cut is like it's put together like using blocks. It's like it's the same thing. Like 2.5 seconds of this, 5 seconds of that. And then it follows a format that is so closely knitted together that it's so repetitive that it drives adults bananas. A channel that is guilty of this, that I don't know why, but they're one of the biggest channels on YouTube, is Cocomelon. They make content like this all the time. It is my definition of children's AI slop, and I don't know why they're so huge, but I think they got in early. I think that's it. But anyway, that's just my opinion. I don't want to go down a tangent on Cocomelon. But yeah. You don't put it this way, you don't want to watch Cocomelon on a long like 12 to 15 hour flight over and over and over. It drives you nuts. Take it from me. Take it from me. I've had that experience. So yeah, so in terms of like languages and stuff, that's not a problem, because you're like actually you're teaching stuff. It's not like AI generated slop. You're doing stuff in different languages. YouTube are encouraging languages. They're not using languages as a term for repetition, because they know that people have to be reached using different language to reach different people groups, because it's a language that they speak. So yeah, you don't have to worry about in terms of languages and repetitive content. All right, where are we up to? Yeah, lies. Yeah. So sometimes misinformation is because, their heart's in the right place. The people who panic, they hear something, they take it for face value, but it's not actually the case. And so, out of panic or out of concern, they might spread that misinformation. That's why it's misinformation instead of lies. But yeah, because lies sort of indicates that it's done with a purpose or on purpose. Misinformation can be innocently incorrect. That's what I think anyway. Yeah. I know. I had a feeling it was your second account. Yeah. American English with Brent is here. Welcome to the stream. All right. I see it caught up. I see a queue. We're just answering questions for the rest of the show. Our favorite ending segment is coming up soon. I've never had a problem with taking shorter videos on the same topic and combine them into longer compilation video. YouTube doesn't call this. No, they actually encourage compilations. It's a different way of presenting the same information, because you are making changes, because you're taking this video, maybe obviously you're taking out the end screen of the first one, and making it so that it runs into the second one, like a transition, introduction, or something that you put in there. I think media do this from time to time with some of their camera gear guides and different things that they do. And so you might get like a bunch of short videos that they recompile into like a mega sort of like crash course in XYZ. And so it might run for 45 minutes or something like that. And it's made up of some of your older videos that have been retweaked to fit into that type of format. You're allowed to do that. Repurposing your own content is 100% allowed as long as it's not 100% identical. So it's like not just re-uploading the exact same thing. That's where that's an issue in terms of just duplicative content. So yeah, no concern when making compilation videos. Where I'd probably be concerned when it comes in terms of YouTube is if you're making compilation videos from the same videos all the time. Like I would say, just stick to playlists. But if you're doing a compilation, let's make it make sense. And don't make compilations on the same thing. Make compilations on different topics and group common sense videos together to make that compilation. Obviously, you can be more flexible on a playlist. You can put a video in a bunch of playlists if you want. There are channels that upload basically the same video with minor edits so they don't get dinged for duplicate content, but is it in essence the same exact video? It could be. Like, if that's where they are in danger, if they do it all the time and it becomes like I'm redoing my content, it's the same scenes, but I've just re-edited it into a different thing. That could maybe fall under duplicate content. If you do it, like if it's excessive, think excessive, duplicative in the point where it's going to drive someone nuts. Like, oh, I've watched this video before, and I've seen this before, and they click away. They're probably going to vote with their feet eventually, or with their fingers. Where are we? Yes, don't sit near any children and make sure there's no cocoa melon on the in-flight entertainment system. That's my advice. Not that you can do much about either, but yeah, that's a long trip. That is a long trip from your part of the world. 20-something hours. That's like me going to the States with like some like layover connections along the way. Like if I go direct, it's not too bad, but there's usually connections. If I go from Brisbane to say Dallas for Vid Summit, I'm either flying through Sydney, then to Dallas, or I'm flying to Los Angeles, then to Dallas, or I'm flying to Auckland, and then to Houston, and to Dallas, which is what I did last year. So with the layovers and stuff, easy to cross the 20-hour mark. Yeah, very easily at that point. Once I saw one person recently claim that YPP had changed so that YouTube watch hours now count towards the 4K. As I was like, oh, you mean shorts watch hours? I would have, yeah, nothing's changed. Nothing has changed in terms of eligibility, in terms of watch hours, shorts views, whichever one you want to go with. Misinformation sounds like an untreatable disease. I know it does. I'll give you that. Then someone else said that watch hours were now 1K instead of 4K. Yeah, people get confused between the subscriber count required and watch time required. Yeah, people will pass on stuff that they hear without verifying maybe the source. Like if they trust the person who's told them, then shame on them, I suppose. But if you don't know the source, the person is telling you from bar of soap, or whether they have a track record of being reputable, then you want to go and do your own checks, double check these things. Yeah. Karen Cole's here, a newest member, another gifted membership coming your way, courtesy of Larry. I'm in the process of making a compilation video. The compilation is on my other channel and is footage from the challenge that's on different videos. Wanted one video from start to finish. That makes sense. I think that's good because that sort of helps tell the story. So people have to go looking for the next part and the next part. Yeah, it's like, that's not content I'm interested in making, or let alone watch. You know what I mean? Yeah, from Boston. Gee, you go what across through maybe Europe or Middle East, Dubai somewhere, and then across to India. I know they'd probably take you that way. I don't think in most cases they fly you like across the Pacific, because then you'd like go to Singapore or Bangkok or somewhere, and then on to India. You could go that way. Like for us we're closer, so we'd go up to Bangkok, Singapore. You can get direct flights to India flies to Sydney, so you can get direct flights to probably Mumbai, and where else do they fly? Delhi and Mumbai, I think, from probably Sydney or Melbourne. Otherwise, we'd have to go up through like Singapore, Bangkok. But yeah, lot closer than going from Boston. Yes, that's a long way. Boom. I was able to monetize my second channel this week. Yeah. Actually, I got this one.
Thank you for becoming a channel member.
Oh, that's not the one. I just saw the word cheer, and I just realized all my super chat ones have the word cheer on them at the start. Oh, that's not the one I'm looking for. Oh, I should have gone with this one. That one. Sounds like a rowdy crowd at the golf. That's what I reckon. Okay, if shorts are viewed from the channel page or homepage instead of the short shelf, then the shorts watch hours do count. Yeah, it's like because it's a view from a watch page, but that's not going to add up to much because most people watch shorts on the mobile phone, which means they're automatically in a shorts feed or in the shorts shelf, and it's it's getting suggested as you swipe, it's coming up. What's happening again? Sometimes I think people are just dropping things just to have that play. All right, let's go see what that is. I have to scroll down. And American Wings for Brent says, drops a $1.99 super chat, says, thanks, Doug. No problem. Appreciate the super chat. Thank you. Now I'll jump back up, find where I'm up to. Yeah, it's all listed pretty clear when you come to the Earn tab, isn't it? It sort of spells it out, and they've even got the graphs. It tells you how much you got and how much is left to go. Oh yeah, through London. Cool. London, New Delhi. Yeah. You can get it that many different ways these days. Doug, before your long flights, do you download YouTube videos? No, I tend to like stay off like that sort of stuff. Like last year when I was on Air New Zealand, they have in-flight Wi-Fi and it's included. You don't pay extra for it. I'm like, cool. I was able to jump on social media and stuff. I didn't really watch. It wasn't really quick enough to watch YouTube videos. But no, I don't bother downloading YouTube videos to watch. I usually sort of check out the in-flight entertainment, try and sleep. They're my two things. Eat, sleep, and in-flight entertainment. It could be. It could be. That's it. Rowdy applause. I'll play it again anyway. And there we go. You know what time it is?
It's the last last call.
It's the last call. So it's the last chance to make a comment or ask a question. We're gonna, before we wrap things up and head on over to go and visit with Nick and Dee at the top of the hour in about 15 minutes time. So this is a very short last call today because, yeah, you know, we've gone over time as usual. Last call, dropping it. Yeah, well, let's have a look. You know what? I did not tee everything up today, but I do have this screen. There is a screen I forgot to set up, but I'm going to go to this one, and I'm going to remove that. This is what's coming up later today, Niven Live 9 AM. Right after that, Opus Clip with Andrew Can is doing a live stream at 12 p.m. Eastern today, and I believe I forgot to check in with Chantel, but I'm expecting Chantel will be back this week. If not, let me know. I forgot to check in. It was one of those days today. And of course, I'll be back next week at the same time, which is it's a crazy early time at 7:30 AM Eastern. Yeah. That's what I figured. I preempted that, and I figured that was the case. But you know, I should know. What's the saying? Never assume. Never assume. Indeed. Definitely hydrated clock. I ain't getting dry, and I think I need a coffee before we kick into Nick and Dee's stream. So I want to definitely thank everybody for joining me today as I make things disappear off my screen. And yeah, I want to thank you for joining me today. It's been fun. Talk about the news. I'll probably find something to clip for later in the week from the show. Hopefully there's something clippable, and we'll, if you want to hang around and meet up on the pre-show chat on Nick and Dee's stream, and make sure to just stick around. YouTube will automatically redirect you over if you hang in the chat. Otherwise, you can find your own way over there as well. But, you know, either or works. But in the meantime, I want to thank everyone for joining me today. And I'm going to wrap this up because I need to make a coffee. Anyway, I'll catch you next week, and I'll catch you later.